Hello. Today I'm in Danville, Virginia, and I'm going to go for a big walk around the town because I've been in this city for about 11 months now, and despite that, I have not really taken the opportunity to explore very much. I've mostly just been staying inside and not socializing with many people. So today I decided to go outside and try to enjoy nature a little bit and see what this town has to offer. It is a scorcher today. It's already almost 80 degrees at about 9 o'clock in the morning. As you can tell, I'm already sweating, and I've only been walking for maybe 20-30 minutes. But we're gonna push through it because that's what you gotta do sometimes. Oh, and the statue is pretty cool too. I'm in Ballou Park right now, just one of the city parks over here, and my current goal is to try to go check out the mall first. And you might be thinking, come on, retail therapy, the mall? Why are you going to the mall for? Well, I'm not going to the mall to buy things. I'm more interested in the parts of the mall where you're less likely to be able to buy things, actually. The thing about this mall is I've heard it's like half dead. I've heard the top floor is pretty active, but the bottom floor is kind of empty most of the time. So I'm gonna go check it out because I think that sort of thing is pretty cool. Just seeing these sort of empty monoliths to consumerism, you know. So that's the goal for today. Well, that's the first goal, at least. Part of the reason I'm doing this is because I feel like I've gotten kind of soft over the course of the last 11 months. Well, more than that, it's been like maybe a year and a half. Well, maybe not that much. Maybe like 15 months that I've been inside and not really going outside much. And yeah, I feel like I've just kind of lost my my edge, you know. So I'm trying to see if I still got it by going on a casual, you know, solid 4 to 5 hour walk at least over the course of the day, maybe more. Like I said, it's gonna be pretty hot today. It's supposed to go up to like 95 degrees, but you know, I'm gonna be traveling soon. I'm gonna be leaving this town, going back up towards New York. Richmond is gonna be my first destination, and when you're on the road, you know, sometimes you just gotta make do with what you got. You know, sometimes it's really cold, sometimes it's really hot, sometimes it's raining. Sometimes you're dealing with temperature extremes that are totally orthogonal to the hot-cold spectrum. Temperature extremes that you have never even imagined before, unless maybe you were on some kind of strong psychedelic drug. But through all that, you've got to push on. You know, I was thinking maybe I'll just do this video another day when it's not so hot, or I'm not so tired. I'm also running on like less than 2 hours of sleep because I couldn't get to sleep all night. But, you know, again, that's just one of those circumstances that sometimes something you're going to have to deal with when you're traveling. You know, sometimes you'll be tired and hungry and sick and whatever else, and you just got to push through it. So I am going to try to prove to myself that I still have the determination to walk all day when it's hot and I'm tired and everything else. Hey, on the bright side, being so tired, I just imagine that instead of, you know, lying awake in bed all night trying to sleep, I was out partying all night in Bushwick or something. Although I'm not sure I have enough Tina and Molly to really complete that fantasy. Not that I really do that stuff anyway. I don't even drink caffeine. I'm just running off my own steam here. I'm kind of lucky that I don't have a caffeine addiction, really. So many travelers seem to be like just totally unable to do anything without spending like at least $5 to $10 a day on caffeine. And it doesn't seem like a lot, but it adds up, you know. I mean, I definitely been there, done that in terms of drug habits. You know, if I've dealt with my own drug habits in my time, but Never caffeine, that wasn't one of them. Never been much of a stimulant guy in general, although Adderall was pretty helpful when I had that prescribed for my ADHD. You know, the interesting thing about malls is the deader they are, the more interesting I tend to find them. Now, this one I'm going to, like I mentioned earlier, is supposed to be about half dead, so I expect to find it at least half interesting. But yeah, the deader the better, and really the holy grail would be an abandoned mall, but fortunately I've never gotten to check out an abandoned mall quite yet. I'm still a urban exploration neophyte. Also, holy crap, I almost missed this. There's a turtle right here. Hey little buddy. Good thing there's no cars coming down here, I'm pretty sure. Be safe, man. And this little staircase coming off the path here. I wonder where it goes. Let's find out. It goes up a hill, that's for sure. Okay, well I made it to the top of the hill, and there's a field over there, and there seems to be another pathway going this way. It seems this, as you might have noticed, this park has a disc golf course throughout it, so you keep seeing these little disc golf things all the place, and I assume this path is to accommodate the disc golf players. Oh, a nice little bench. That's helpful. Always good to have a bench. Okay. Now we have another steep hill, but this time I get to go down instead of up. And going down a hill is always better than going up in my experience. Oh, another pathway coming off here. Wonder where that goes. You have to watch your step here, it seems. Oh, what's this? A bridge. It's a bridge down here. What's that all about? Just lead me towards the mall? Oh, there's webs and shit, it seems. Huh. That's interesting. What if there used to be like a creek or like a river running down there? Huh, that's interesting. Apparently this was one of the oldest municipal parks in Virginia, and the first parcel of land was originally bought for only $100. We can only imagine in today's economy, am I right? Kind of reminds me of how a bunch of squatters in Manhattan's East Village bought a bunch of buildings from the city for like $1 each in like 2002 or something, because they were able to, they were allowed to legally fix up the buildings they've been squatting in and turn them into homesteads. Pretty cool story. One of those buildings, this historic C Squat, today houses the Museum of Reclaimed Urban Space, which is one of my favorite little hidden gems in New York City, honestly. I'll have to give that a visit in a future video coming up pretty soon. Stay tuned. What does it say? Oh, this is another one of the disc golf things, probably. I was like, what is this pathway? I was like, why are all these paths off the side? Because these paths are not like marked on the map I was looking at, but now I realize they're probably all different disc golf holes, or whatever you would call them. They're not exactly holes in disc golf, but there's probably a technical term for them. Maybe it is holes for all I know. I don't know, I don't play disc golf. I think this sign means there's a wicked sick ramp for you to, a wicked sick jump off here coming up. So let's be on the lookout for that. Okay, so I don't think there are any wicked sick jumps, but I did find this bench sitting out here in the middle of, really, middle of nothing. There's no trees or anything, so it's not the shadiest place. There's a bunch of graffiti on it. That's cool, I guess. And the view, though, from this hill, overlooking this little, I don't know, factory building or warehouse building or something with a smokestack. This might be like, oh, I think this is the water treatment plant. I think that's what this is. Let's see if we can get a little closer. Get a look at it. Yep, I believe that is the water treatment plant. So we get a nice Nice view overlooking some industrial shit. Not everyone's cup of tea, but I like it. And I mean, you got a pretty nice view in the background too, honestly. Kind of the mountains. Trees, at least. Oh, I didn't realize if I had just walked down the path, I would have kind of gotten an even better view of all this stuff. Huh. Looks like this path, this Riverwalk Trail I'm on, actually takes me right past the water treatment plant. I wonder if I'm gonna smell like any kind of weird water smells. Actually, I think I already do smell some kind of like chlorine or something. At least it doesn't smell like wastewater. That was what I was really kind of afraid of. But it doesn't smell bad. Just like chemicals. Okay, so this is when shit starts to get a bit weird on this Riverwalk Trail here. Because now you're starting to get to these big ass highways or stroads or whatever the fuck these things are. But you know, I have crossed much worse highways before, so I will give it to Danville. These roads are not as treacherous to cross as the roads I had to cross every day in Nashville. So congratulations, Danville. Okay, did I go the wrong way? I thought this was supposed to be the Riverwalk Trail. But this doesn't look like a fucking trail. This looks like a place where people would get high. Are there any crack pipes or syringes strewn about in here? Yeah, I don't want to deal with the bug situation here. I think I went the wrong way. Let's turn around. No syringes though, so that's good, I guess. Okay, yeah, this is the way to the Riverwalk Trail. That's just, I don't even know. I guess maybe at one point it went down all the way to the river, but I mean, I wouldn't really recommend anyone try to get to the river through there now. So, I wonder what that's all about. Looks abandoned-ish, but not too sure. I actually have seen that building over there before. I always thought that looked kind of cool, the way it's kind of overgrown on top and stuff. That one might be abandoned too. Hey, this is cool. We get a nice little fully protected sidewalk. Pretty wide too, so you can bike across it and someone can walk next to you at the same time. And cars aren't gonna crash into you. I've crossed way worse bridges before where, you know, you have this tiny strip of concrete on the side of the freaking highway. So small that you're constantly feeling like you're gonna lose your balance and fall off right into the freaking road. And on top of that, the crazy drivers can just crash right into you at any moment. No guardrails or anything. What is that? Hang on. Is that like a kind of bird? Some kind of heron or crane? Oh, look at that. Bird hanging out there. I just jumped a little bit. Some car went by and hit some metal. That's pretty cool over there too. That's the some kind of waterfall thing. I think it's a dam actually. I think it's like a hydroelectric dam. And I think that building over there that's attached to it. Sorry for the noise, by the way, if these cars are fucking up the audio. But yeah, that building's the power plant, I'm pretty sure. Hydroelectric power plant. Nice little view as you're going across the bridge here. Would be nice if it was on this side, you know, so I could get a better view of it. Or if the sidewalk was on the other side, but oh well, at least the cars get a nice view. Okay, so I found this little pathway. It seems to go under the bridge here. I don't know if it's the best idea to just be walking up on a bridge like this, but it's broad daylight, so it should be fine, I think. There's people walking around, and there's water under here anyway, so this doesn't look like... Well, maybe you could hang out under here. Dude, this looked like it would actually be a solid place to throw a fucking party or something. What the hell? This feels like wet beach sand, so I assume at high tide this gets wet. People definitely are partying back here. I don't know how far I should be going. I don't know exactly where this goes. Well, it seems to end here at this thing, whatever this is. It says, "Fuck you, Brian Taylor." Not sure what Brian Taylor did, but fuck you to them, I guess. Alright, let's head back. This is the other section under the bridge over here. This one is the one that I actually saw water, and there's water built up right there. So, it creates a cool little reflection on the ceiling. There's piping under here and shit. Yeah, this is what it looks like underneath an overpass, I guess. Underneath the highway. As you can see, like, it doesn't seem like there's that much material between the ceiling here and the actual highway. But there's a trail that continues going this way, so let's see where this leads, shall we? There's lots of fauna here, especially I see a lot of dragonflies and stuff, and birds, obviously. But where the hell does this go? Oh my goodness. Wait a second. Oh, maybe you are supposed to go this way. I was thinking maybe this is some way I wasn't supposed to go, but I mean, I hope I don't get ticks. That's the one thing I'm kind of worried about. It seems a little overgrown in here, but looks like I might get a nice view out of it, at least at the end of the tunnel here. So let's see how that works out for us. Wow. Look at this. This path is clearly trodden, so people do come down here. Oh, but there's like webs and shit, spider webs. I don't know if anybody's been down here for a while. Wow. I hope there's not snakes in here. Jeez. Wow, look at that. Looks like people do come all the way down to the rocks here. Smells like the ocean. Oh, slippery. Wow. That's pretty cool. Alright. Took my videos and pictures. It was a nice place, but I'm gonna get out of here now. I am covered in different kinds of webs and things like that. And I might have various kinds of bugs on me, I'm not too sure. You know, I hope that I didn't get any ticks or anything, but you never know with places like this. I'm just glad I didn't get bitten by a copperhead snake. Alright, back to the trail. Okay, and we are back here. Back to the main path. Alright, this says 0.75 miles. I assume that means into the trail from the trailhead that I'm going towards now. So in other words, 3/4 of a mile from the end of the trail, at least the way I'm walking it, and at least this part of the trail, because there actually is a whole other part of the trail that I will be walking later after I leave the mall. But once I get to the end of this trail, in about 3/4 of a mile, it will be only another short walk, maybe 15 minutes to get to the mall. So almost there. Then I'll be able to have some air conditioning for a while at least. At least I assume, unless the air conditioner is broken in the mall, which, when does that ever happen? And maybe I'll be able to find a nice spot to sit down. You know, sit down in one of those massage chairs or something, if they have them. That sounds pretty nice. Not that it would, you know, turn on and give me a massage, because I'm not going to put money into the thing, if they even work. Half the time they don't, but I will absolutely grab a seat if I can find one. Okay, I've reached the end of this section of the trail. So you can see here it says to reconnect to the Riverwalk Trail. Continue straight on Trade Street for half a mile, so it's about a 10-minute walk to the other trailhead. It says use extreme caution. There are no sidewalk shoulders or barriers protecting pedestrians from traffic on Trade Street. Say alert to vehicle traffic. Gee, thanks, Danville. I mean, it would be nice if you had some of those things, some of those pedestrian-friendly structures, you know. But again, at least Danville is doing better than many American cities in pedestrian friendliness, just by virtue of the fact that they have that sign there giving you that warning. You know, most cities won't even give you that grace. So good on you, Danville, once again. We've got this empty lot here. Not sure what that's all about. It's chained off so even cars can't go. Oh, no trespassing. That's interesting. Who the hell would want to trespass here? I mean, maybe there was something of interest here at one point, but it doesn't look like there's much now. This is bizarre. You got this bowling alley right here, and I think a car wash over there, and they're both independently playing Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley. So now I'm just getting this weird like surround sound effect where Rick Astley is blasting through the whole parking lot from every direction. I can't escape the Rick Astley. Hey, what's this way? I wonder. Okay, so I went down this pathway and it leads me back to the trailhead actually. I actually thought that the other trailhead would be like way the hell down there, but I guess it actually starts here. My map was a little inaccurate in that regard. Maybe they added this section more recently, but it just kind of goes to a dead end here and continues that way. I don't need to go that way for now, but you know, good to know that this is how I get back to it if I need to. Although I'll probably just end up going and joining up with the trail further along when I leave the mall. But yeah, it's cool. So we had Trade Street and Exchange Street back there too, and now we have Barter Street. What's next? Haggle Street? Spain Street? Oh, and there's Commerce Street, just to top it all off. That's a cute little storefront right there. The market on the Dan. Cute little building, really. Looks historical. Oh, and then we have a Wyndham Hotel that looks very boxy and boring, really. Kind of reminds me of Soviet Russia. Okay, what the hell am I supposed to do here? This is precarious as fuck. I think Google is telling me I'm supposed to cross over here after I cross this little bridge here. I think up at that light, because I mean I could have tried to cross there, but I don't think I would have been able to do much on that side either. But God, this is crazy. You probably think I'm fucking insane for this, but like, what the hell is this guy doing walking on the side of the highway like this? But yeah, I mean, that's just what you have to deal with being a pedestrian in America. A little river crossing here. Yeah, people always look at you weird because these towns ain't built for pedestrians. You know, maybe small parts of them are, but you know, once you start getting outside, really the downtown grid of any city like this, really starts getting quite unfriendly towards pedestrians. Now there's just like not even sidewalks anymore. They just stopped trying, man. Sad. They were doing so well for a while. I had so many good things to say about Danville. I guess I'm really just supposed to cross like this, and then it's saying to cross on this side, across here. I guess I just have to wait until until the light turns red, or until there's no traffic coming, like right now. Okay. That went smoothly. Now I just have to do that one more time across like 6 more lanes of traffic. I love that. Fucking love that. Okay. Cool. We made it. I think that was the hard part, but we might have more bullshit come out. We'll see. Okay, I don't like the look of that hill, but I think I am going to go this way because I want to see what the view is like up there. And I think that's some kind of hotel. Check that out too, I guess. Wow, I just bought this water like an hour and a half ago, and it is pretty warm, almost, dare I say, hot at this point from just carrying it in the sun all day. So that's nice. Oh boy. There's only one way up a hill like this. I don't know if the camera really captures the scale, but it's kind of up there, man. Well, this is quite a nice view. I guess it was worth coming up this hill. Yeah. Wow. Very nice. Okay. I found this little bench in the shade at this hotel. So I'm going to sit here for a moment, get this comfort in, and try to catch my breath because that hill really took the wind out of me, I must say. Thank God there's a bit of a breeze up here. I am really needing it right now. I'm appreciating that breeze. I hope the hotel employees don't come out here and try to kick me off the property for loitering, because I'm not a guest here. I mean, I'm a local at the moment, technically, and just going for a fucking walk to the mall. And I'm almost there, frankly. I'm like 15 minutes away, maybe 10. But just need to take one little rest at the crest of this hill. Actually, there is more to go, really, because if you look, well, you can't really see it from here, but around that corner there's actually stairs. Well, you'll see it in a minute. So there will be more climbing, but then I think it'll be all mostly downhill from there. This is a very hilly place, as you might have noticed. Damn. Just noticed that I have these fucking goat head things all over my pants and shoes from going through those bushes before. I thought I felt something pricking my legs, but didn't see that until now. Little fuckers. Alright, I'm done taking my break, and in case you were curious for a status update on what your boy is looking like after about an hour and a half, 2 hours of walking. I mean, I did just take a rest, so I'm probably not looking as bad as I was 10-15 minutes ago, but I'm sweating pretty good. Feeling okay still, though. I feel like I still got a lot of energy left in me, a lot of miles left in me, which is good because I already walked 5 miles and I'm not even halfway done, probably not even a third of the way done with much walking. Perhaps not even a fourth of the way done. Oh, I like this song. Sister Golden here by America. Anyway, onwards. This is the little staircase I was talking about, so like I said, I gotta keep climbing, but honestly, sometimes I prefer the stairs to, having to climb a hill over the course of a few minutes, because at least, you can just run right up the stairs and get it over with quickly. See, that wasn't too bad. Across the street here. Not sure what this building is. Danville Outpatient Clinic. Oh, okay. So, I'm in that area of town. Gotcha. Still a pretty nice view over there. Almost to the mall. About 10 minutes away, so let's go. This is, I believe, called Piedmont Mall Drive. And, because this mall used to be called the Piedmont Mall. So the street is still named after the old name of the mall before it got renamed Danville Mall. And that's just charming, isn't it? Actually, wait, I just realized I'm here. This is the Danville Mall. It's the Belk anchor store right there. I saw that outpatient clinic thing there before, and I didn't think it was part of the mall, but I guess that's actually in the same building. This is all the same big mall building. Let's start by going up these stairs. I'm curious what's up here. I always like going off the beaten path. Well, not that this is off the beaten path, obviously. This is paved and there's a staircase here and everything, so obviously it's meant to be used by someone. But the question is, what is it meant to be used for? Oh, it just goes back to this parking lot and loading bays over here. Okay, let's try to find a way in. This actually might be the main entrance right here. Not too sure. Oh, yep, looks like we can walk in. Nice. This is, not sure, one of the stores in the mall. Maybe the Belk or something. I've never been to the Belk before, so I wouldn't know. We will find out though. Okay, it looks like this might be the second floor of the mall. There's an escalator going down. I'm not sure if that just goes down to a different section of the same store, or if it connects to the hallways too. But we will find out. Here's the main hall of the mall, I guess. I guess there's like a little food court. Well, not really a food court, just one little pretzel place over here. The whole mall has this carpet thing going on, which is kind of interesting. You don't see carpeting like this in malls very often, I feel like. And I mean, I'm not really an expert on interior design or anything, but I feel like, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like the carpet has kind of that ugly look to it, but in a way that I like, if that makes sense. Because I kind of sometimes like things that are sort of aggressively ugly like this. So, yeah, I don't know, I'm kind of digging the vibe. Oh, there's a bench. But I just sat on a bench 15 minutes ago, so I don't need a bench quite yet. We've got all these little pictures on the wall, which is pretty cool. Pictures of historical pictures of Danville, I guess. Looks like the restrooms are this way. Let's see if there's anything else of interest. More pictures. Oh, water fountains. That is actually huge because my water, as I mentioned earlier, is warm, and I'm hoping this water will be cold and I'll be able to refill my bottle here. You know what? I should have probably made sure they worked before I spilled out all my water. But, you know, fuck it. I will find water somewhere else. Either a working water fountain, or I'll go in the fucking bathroom and drink the tap water if I have to. Or I'll just buy another bottle for $2 or something. Elevators out of service. So this is, I guess, this is what was some kind of food court. I guess maybe these stores are still open sometimes, but right now there's not much of anything, so it's a little dead in here right now. This is kind of cool. This big thing overlooking this big empty area. Looks like those escalators are not even in use at the moment. And there's a lone bench over here too. That's kind of cool. And of course you have your mall walkers. Wouldn't be a mall without your mall walkers, right? Oh, hot topic. Teenagers used to go crazy for this place, but now it is no more. It's all boarded up. Now I'm sure it's just closed right now. I'm sure it is open during different hours or something. Huh. Kind of interesting walking through. I don't think I've ever been into a mall that was this. Oh, Spencer's too. Lots of stuff catering to your punks and skaters and stuff, I guess. At least I think that's what Spencer's is. I'm not entirely sure. So over here we have just another entrance, another big empty area. Looks like it used to have storefronts and stuff. Another out of service escalator. But it looks like you can get downstairs through this little staircase here, so that's good. I guess we'll do that in a second here. You know, I anticipated that it would feel a little awkward talking to myself, since I'm kind of new to this whole talking to myself, talking to a camera thing. But it honestly wasn't too bad up until this point, because I was outside and there weren't too many people around. But it's a whole lot worse, honestly, now that I'm inside a mall with a bunch of people. It feels like people are looking at me. It's a little weird, but I guess I'll have to get used to it. I mean, maybe some people will just think I'm crazy and that I'm just talking to myself for those sorts of reasons, and I'll just blend right in, I guess. Okay, well, this is a particularly dead section of the mall. So we're on the first floor now, which I heard was the more dead section. So this, let's see if there's anything interesting here, or if it's just a whole bunch of nothing. You do have the Belk, I can see at the end of the hallway there. You know, we saw that was a multi-tiered store, so we had that on both levels, but it doesn't look like you have much of anything else on level 1. I guess we will find out if we see anything of interest. Looks like you have a empty storefront right here. It's actually some kind of light on back there. It's interesting. This AE store is closed. Huh, and there's writing on the other side of it. Interesting. Term sports, okay. So you have this place open down here. So there's at least 2 stores open on the bottom level. And the store actually looks quite extensive. What's over here? Whole lot of nothing, it looks like. Whole lot of empty space. Here's the broken escalators that go up to the food court, I believe. Yes, we looked down from there before. Anything interesting over here? Doesn't look like it. Oh, what the hell? Later. A door here with no handle on the outside. So it only opens from the inside. But it does have a doorbell and a peephole. Doubt anyone's home though. And we are not going to find out today. I have an employees only door, slightly ajar, but don't want to go in there. It's not quite yet, because I'm still trying to explore a little bit more of this mall before I risk getting kicked out or anything. We have a GNC, so that's something. A third store that we have on this level, and looks like we're getting pretty close to the end here. We have this store, so that's store number 4 on this level, and then I believe that's it. I actually don't know if this building was as big as I expected it to be, based on how it looked from the outside. I think maybe there's different sections of the building that are not directly connected to one another, because yeah, the building looked a lot bigger from the outside than this mall looked on the inside. So I guess we will go check out the back rooms real quick, and then we'll probably head out of here pretty soon. Okay, I think, never mind. Alright, I'm gonna see what the deal is with this real quick. Can I? What the heck? It was closing behind me eerily. There's like an empty bottle for some reason. And there's a mannequin back there. Multiple mannequins. Well, that's a little spooky. Huh. Glad I came and checked it out though. Let's get out of here. Drop my water bottle. Okay. Smooth. Exploration successful. What is back here? Oh. Well, I guess that's the end of that adventure. Onwards to back to the Riverwalk, actually. We're gonna go back to the Riverwalk and we're gonna go look at the old Dan River Mills, which you can see across the water, which, you know, used to be abandoned, but nowadays is not so abandoned anymore. Oh look, there you can see the sign for the Danville Mall. How iconic. But yeah, the Dan River Mills have been renovated into like an apartment building, so not as cool to explore anymore. But I heard they still look pretty cool from across the river, and there's still some cool sort of abandoned and semi-abandoned infrastructure in that general area. So we're gonna go back to the Riverwalk Trail, and we're gonna continue walking the next piece of the trail where we left off, and then we are going to cross back over the river and go to the Riverfront Park and check that out briefly. That's the next destination. So we're hitting multiple parks in one day. First Ballou Park, now the Riverfront Park. So let's get it. So kind of bad news. I just remembered something I forgot to do before I left the mall that I wanted to do was get water. So I still have just an empty bottle. So hopefully I'll find some water pretty soon, because otherwise I'm going to start getting pretty dehydrated, because it's getting hot out here now, man. It's probably almost 90 degrees by now. Yeah, so I was intending on basically including everything that I did on this whole day in one video, but now that I'm editing the footage together, I realize I have way more content than I expected. I have like almost an hour and a half of content, so I'm sorry to leave you on a cliffhanger and everything, but I've decided I'm going to split this into two parts, and then there will be a third part as well, of, you know, more stuff to see in Danville. But yeah, we'll see you next time. If you tune in next time, you can find out if I ended up finding water and surviving, or if I ended up dying, and if I'm now talking to you from beyond the grave. But yep, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell if you want to get notified of my videos, you know, do all that kind stuff if you enjoyed. And my Discord link will be in the description, as well as my Ko-fi and Patreon. The Ko-fi functions as like a digital tip jar, basically. So if you just want to make a one-time donation, you can do it on there, and I get a higher percentage of the money from it compared to Patreon. But I currently only have memberships, like monthly memberships set up on Patreon. So if you want to give like $1 per month or more on Patreon, you can do that over there. The link will be down there too, and that will also get you a special role in my Discord server that is purely cosmetic, because I don't really believe in paywalling content, at least not at this time. So I am gonna be working for the foreseeable future on a model where, you know, everything is free pretty much, and people can just choose to donate what they want if they think that the content is worth it. So yeah, tune in next time. I'll probably upload the next part tomorrow, so you won't have to wait long. Thank you. See ya. the heck is this thing doing?